information in a brief body of text. And why did you think you were good at that? Because you got 100, but like, what makes you think that you're good at finding stuff in text? Are you a strong reader usually in most of your classes? You don't read very much? How about when we read in class in our reading activities? You don't pay attention. Okay. What was the reasoning that you put down? You weren't sure? Okay. Let's see here. Beret, what was one that you did really well on? EMIR 20A. So, can you read out what that is? Okay, so that's an awesome one. Being able to select a hypothesis that matches a set of data. So, Beret, why did you think you might be good at that? Because it was based off the scientific method? Have you worked with the scientific method a lot? You feel good about that? All right, cool. So she's been taking some stuff from class, working with that information.
Let me do one.
Heaven, you'd like to do one?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one? Do you have a different one besides EMIR 20A and IOD 16B?
No, those are the only two.
Those are your two? Okay. Well, why do you think you were good at those two?
No, that IOD because I scored 100 and I went back over, read the second thing.
Okay. So yeah, it doesn't really surprise me that Heaven did well on that one because she knows that she needs to read carefully and reread things. So that's very, very good. So her strategies are coming into play here.
Ooh,
Did anybody have a different strategy that they got, or a different standard that they got 100% or really high on?
I got already.
Andy, what did you get? Awesome. Actually, I saw some other people had that. So identify. Okay, so that's IOD 16D. So that's a really good one. Why do you think you did so well on that, Andy? It's reasonable? Cool. Yeah. Heaven, you also did well on that. Not right now.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys, so now we're going to do the same kind of thing. So, but we're going to be looking for the two that we did pretty poorly on. So maybe you got 0% on one standard or 10%. So identify that and then figure out a way you could improve on that. And we're going to have a minute to do this at a voice level 0 as well. So Trayvon, would you quick just recap what we're doing?
Finding out which one is the weakest one on your standards and one that you can do better.
And what voice level are we going to be at? Yes, level 0. So let's get going, guys.
Where?
Number 7.
I did that.
Oh, you did? Okay. Can I look at yours?
Alright, Ron's working at voice level 0.
And write how you could improve on it. Okay. So that's the complete answer to those questions. For the IODs, you could maybe do one reason why you think you're good at those. And then for the weaknesses, figure it out. But that's been really common. So it's interesting.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Reach out and you to finish those answers.
No.
Okay. You have to explain. I know there's not a whole lot to change.
I can explain why I gotta do it right.
Yeah, it's right.
Trayvon is doing a good job. He's identified 2 of his weaknesses and he's finishing up the explanation. So finish up what you are writing, you guys. Seeing a couple of blank spaces. All right. So who wants to share out one of the areas where they had problems? Trayvon, what was one of the ones you had?
I got IOD 16B.
IOD 16B. Okay, so areas where some people felt they were strong, we've got sort of like a variation here. So understand basic scientific terminology. So what do you think is hard about that?
I'm gonna redo all this.
It's boring?
That's not good.
Okay, Trevon, how do you think you could do better on that? What part of class could we focus on?
Find out how to understand basic stuff.
Trying to figure,
Try to understand basic scientific terminology.
okay, so how would you do that? Maybe practicing vocab?
Oh, that's okay?
It's vocab, so terminology is like vocabulary. Yeah, so maybe working more on vocab, also reading more and trying to figure out what words mean in your reading is a good way to do it. Looking at context. So, Andy, let's do one more. Andriana, what was one weakness that you had? You don't want to tell? Okay, that's fine. And what was a weakness you had? IOD 20C. Okay, so could you say what that is?
Translate information into a table, graph, or diagram.
Okay, so why do you think that didn't go so well for you? You're not sure? Well, what can you do to make it better? Do it over? Whoever that is, turn it off. Demisha. How you gonna lose me? Turn it off. Okay. You don't know how you could practice that skill? What did we work on a whole bunch? Turn it off, Demisha.
Here, go outside, and then,
Yeah, step outside and do it.
quickly.